All right. This is Thursday night. Let's put a little bit of music on in the background. Okay. Welcome to the replay. We're going to be doing a little bit of Q&A. I got some questions and answers. And the reason I'm doing this is because we have had a lot of questions in my comments in the videos and in my email. So let's get going with this right now. There's nobody in here right now, but for those of you on the replay, this is Thursday night. There are many questions that I've had about DCC++ and Arduino in general. And a lot of people have been having problems with their motor shields. So while we're waiting for people to come in here, there's nobody here yet because I didn't even announce it. I just thought I'd get this thing started and get going with this. So, hello, Motorman 2015. How you doing? We're going to be doing something about Arduino and DCC++ because I've had a lot of issues or comments about issues with DCC++. Hey, Ken Amos Jr., how you doing? Surprise, Robert Conquest. Hello, Robert, how you doing? We're going to be doing something here about Bernard C. Almost ready. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I got the music going in the background. I didn't do my 5-minute intro with all that other stuff. So we're going to be going right from the scratch. With this stuff here, I'm going to be listening to the music, let you listen to it in the background, because Mark Saunders, how you doing? Say hello to everyone else. And this is a special edition Thursday night live stream with Otis. How you doing? Thursday night edition live stream, because I really didn't feel like doing another video. There was something urgent that I found out today about some motor shields that are on Amazon, and people have been having problems. They've been sending me comments and stuff like that about not being able to read their locomotives on JMRI and some other issues too. So I wanted to show you something. I just found out today that there was a common denominator in all these issues. And if you could see this right here, Flash Tree Arduino motor shield. It looks exactly like the Arduino motor shield right here, which is about $7 or $6.50 more expensive. George, how you doing? Dwight, Jim Stein, Dunk Inc., Kyle. All right. So this motor shield right here, there was a couple of viewers that bought this thing. And as you can see, it looks exactly like the Arduino motor shield. But for some reason, they must be using different pins over here, because when the DCC signal is generated from actually 2 pins. I'm not sure which ones they are. I'd have to look at the wiring diagram, but it is for the interrupt and for the timer. And what that does, that creates the DCC signal, so you could have DCC++ with the Arduino and the motor shield. The only problem is that motor shield doesn't work. There are only 3 motor shields that I tested: the Arduino, the Pololu, and the Deke Robot. Oh, Kyle says, oh, let me get this thing up here. Yeah, I sent Kyle some pictures of Harper's Ferry. That one's coming up pretty soon. I'm still editing it because I got a lot of pictures in there. I think I'm going to do still pictures on that first, but I sent Kyle a bunch of pictures of the station there at Harper's Ferry. And so he said he was scratch building there. So anyway, let's get back to this thing over here. This flash tree apparently it's not using the right pins, or it's using the pins for the timer and the interrupt for something else. And I wanted to go on their website to see their wiring diagram, but this is what I got. I've been trying this all day. It's flashtree.com, and it says this site can't be reached. I've tried several times today, and that's what I get all day long. So, all right, wrong page there. Okay, let's get back to this one right here. But that one, Flash Tree Arduino. And I had another viewer earlier that was having the same kind of issues with that particular one. And not that particular one, but a Arduino motor shield. I'm not quite exactly sure where he got it, but he really didn't say. But he was having similar issues, and you get a 308 error on JMRI. And the 308 error means that you can't read, they can't read the decoder on the locomotive. So there's a lack of communication on there. And basically they were getting maybe 1.5 volts out. And I did a bunch of videos, and I'm going to put the playlist, the link to the playlist, in the chat here. So if there's anybody that wants to see everything about DCC++, it's right there. Skull Kill River Valley, how you doing? Glad you can make it in there. I'm just doing a impromptu live stream tonight. I didn't want to do a video because it would take too long, and it probably wouldn't go out until next week sometime, but I wanted everybody to know about it, get this out right now, so once the live stream's over, it could be uploaded. And but there's the link in the chat for the playlist, and it tells everything about DCC++ and other Arduino stuff in there, and what motor shields that I tested that worked and didn't work, and why they didn't work. And that's the biggest thing, is because they didn't work. And if you have any questions whatsoever about DCC or anything else, just leave it in the chat. I'm here by myself. I don't have any moderators tonight, so Debbie's not feeling good. Her knee is giving her trouble, and so she's resting it tonight. And I don't know where Sparky is. And so there's no moderator. So if you have a question, write it in capital letters, question, and then put your question after that. Hey, B&H, how you doing? I think I got everything, everybody in here. Okay, so we got quite a few people in here right now. So I was talking about the DCC motor shield, the DCC++ motor shield, and the issues with it. But let's get back to this one right here. This one, the Flash Tree Arduino. If you plan on doing DCC++, just do not use that one right there, because that one will give you issues. I'm not sure. I've never seen this one up here before, and you can see it has sponsored on there. So they paid to have it put up on top. I don't know how long it's been up there, but from what I understand, a lot of people have been having issues with it. So do not buy that one there until or do not buy that one all. I haven't found any information on it yet, because I can't even get to the website of it. Hey, Lawrence Eggering, how you doing? I know you're going to Jacksonville. I know last year I said I was going to go to that, but That one's coming up this week, and I'm not going to make it up to this one. I think we're going to go to the one in Atlanta at the Cobb Center. Glad you could make it by. Here's another nice gentleman that does Arduino stuff. Go check him out. Click on those 3 dots over there and see what he's got on his channel. But wait until afterwards so you can see what else I got going on here. But anyway, we're talking about that flash tree motor shield. That one doesn't work for DCC++. The Funduino doesn't work for DCC++. A lot of people are trying to do, hey, Vinny, I see you in there. I see somebody say hi, Vinny, and I just finally seen your thing up there. How you doing? Glad you can make it. This is just an impromptu thing, so bear with me. I see Chesco in there too. Okay, how you doing, Chuck? All right. ZD Railfans got some information about derailment at Bound Brook earlier today at 6 a.m. All right, ZD's on the ball with those crashes. There, we put this up here. Check out his YouTube channel. Afterwards, not now, but afterwards. He's got some rail fanning stuff on there. You'd really appreciate it, and go subscribe to him. So, the DCC Plus. Okay, I got a list of the problems that people have been asking me about. So I'm going to try to get all this stuff covered tonight. Hey, Grandpa Rails, how you doing? Glad you can make it. All right, who else is here? I think I got everybody. Okay. Today we got the music in the background because I didn't put the thing on there. Okay. Many moons ago. Okay. Could have been a couple of moons ago. You said Palulu was good, so as of 25 minutes ago, just got a computer running on Win 10 now to figure how to download all the necessary DCC programs. That link that I just put in the chat, that gives you the playlist for all the DCC related videos that I have. It's got all the motor shields on there that you could use on there, and some of the ones that you can't, some of the ones that I tested that you can't. There are some older ones that I had from maybe 5 years ago from Seed Studio that work, you know, if you're just doing it for driving motors, but it doesn't work for DCC++. So you have to watch out for that. Okay, so the biggest issue was JMRI can't read the decoder 308. And most of the time what the problem is with that is it's not able to read the locomotive. You either have the wrong voltage, which a lot of people were putting in the lower voltage, and I'll get to that because that's one of the other issues on there. But most of it was because of the wrong motor shield. So let's pull this up here. Okay, but the JMRI can't read the decoder. A lot of people were just using the 12 volts. They're just getting a 12 volt power supply. They weren't cutting the trace on the bottom of the motor shield, which you really need to do, because even with 12 volts, it says the Arduino will be able to take 12 volts, but the regulator, the range of the regulator, the top range of it is 12 volts. So if you try to drive that with 12 volts, it's going to be struggling to get that down to the 5 volts that Arduino needs to operate with, the Arduino Uno or the Mega. And so it's going to overheat, and it's going to reduce its lifespan. Okay, Otis. Okay, that's the question you asked me earlier. I'm working on it. Okay, say, have you thought if a way to use the Arduino with the Lionel Fast Track Center Track? I'm working on it. I have to figure out How to do that? You're going to have to use a relay in there somehow, and I'll let you know how that works. Okay, and I have a video. There's a video for that on how to use a relay in DCC++ or even Arduino. I think it was in Arduino, how to use a relay, about how to operate something. You could even operate your lights in your train room from Arduino with a relay. Yeah, your Arduino's 5 volts and your lights are 110 volts if you're in the United States, or I don't know what they use in Canada. I guess they still use 110 up there, or maybe 120 or 30. But with a relay, you could use anything. That's what the relay is for. You put, 1 voltage in on one side to operate it, and you could operate with any voltage on the contacts. That's how it was designed to work. That's what they made relays for. So, yeah, Otis, I'm working on that. I'll probably have to get a hold of Train Room Gary to see how all that Lionel stuff works. Okay. Another question people are having: can't find the code for the projects. Well, all the code for all my Arduino projects is on my website. It's either tomstrainsandthings/Arduino or tomstrainsandthings.com/projects. And we got another thing coming up. Live Arduino Made Easy. And I figured out this would probably be a good night to do it on Thursday night. I know Rodney does his live stream on Thursday. I watched, I didn't get the beginning of it, and by the time I got to it, he was already off. I looked at the replay. It looked like he was kind of frustrated with it because he couldn't get anything working on it. So I don't see Rodney in here tonight, but if you see him, tell him to give me a call. I could help him with that, because I think I know what his issue is. Okay, here's another one from ZD. All right. I will see the derailment cleanup crews, and the train's passing the site sometime this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, good deal. I'm glad you get to go see that stuff. We don't have any trains around here. I have to go about 25 to 30 miles just to see some propane cars being loaded and offloaded up in Fort Myers. But anyway, can't find the code in the projects. It's all on my website, and it's going to be on my website for the live Arduino Made Easy. And like I said, I'll probably do the live Arduino Made Easy on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock or somewhere around there. And we'll try to keep it short and not drag it out like my last couple of streams where they was over an hour and a half long. Another problem that people were having was they were having multiple libraries. And what happens with multiple libraries, they're trying to put 2 Arduino sketches in one folder. Each Arduino sketch has to be in its separate folder. If you put 2 of them in one folder, it's going to open up both of those sketches, and you'll have 2 tabs. If you notice, when you open up DCC++, you'll have like 13 tabs in there. Well, that's because all the libraries and everything else, the CPP, .cpp and .h, all those things are in that same directory. Well, that's in there for a reason, because the first page, the actual sketch that creates the DCC++ feeds off of all those other variables and instructions that are in all those other tabs. But if you put two different sketches in there and you're calling for a library in both of those, Arduino doesn't know which one you're looking for, so you end up with an error. And I tell everybody when they're looking for an error to go into the properties of Arduino and click on verbose. and that'll give you a detailed description of what the arrow is. You have a checkbox for both for compiling and for uploading. And if you click on both of them, it'll give you a detailed explanation about everything. This was a surprise. It was a surprise for me too, Jerry. How you doing? Glad you could stop by. All right. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to put this in a video. I thought it would be better to put it on tonight. BNSF 1982. How you doing there? Glad you could stop by. James Carroll. How you doing? Who else? Did I miss anybody else? I think I got everybody in there right now. But anyway, Jerry, we're talking about problems with DCC++ and Arduino, and there's a lot of I've been getting a lot of comments lately on different things. Error messages use verbose. I got to start checking this stuff off because I get, where'd I put my oh no, I moved my sign. Where did I put it? Okay, I lose my train of thought real easy, so I gotta mark these things off that I already talked about. Okay, a lot of people are trying to run their locomotive on the program track, and it just doesn't work. You can't do it. And I tell them, put it on the main track, and you could program on the main track if there's nothing else on there when they're using DCC++, because it ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work on the program track. The program track's for programming, and the main track is for running. But you can also in one of the modes, you can do it on the main. Okay. A lot of people are not cutting the trace. I mentioned this earlier about the 12 volts. They think just as long as they're using 12 volts, it's going to be safe, and it's not. You got to cut that trace on the motor shield so that 12 volts or more is not feeding back down into the Arduino, because that's going to make it overheat. And most of the time 12 volts isn't going to cut it, because if you put 12 volts in, you're going to get less on the output of the DCC++ on the main track and the program track also, because it's maybe it'll show up like 2 or 3 volts less. So like on my Digitrax, it shows up maybe like 16 volts on the 15, between 15 and 16 volts on my track, but what I put into the Digitrax is 19 volts, because it changes that. It makes the DC and changes it into DCC signal, which is a little bit different. It's not DC, it's not AC. It's just it's a square wave. How can I put it? It's square wave, but the waves aren't equal. And that's what makes the instructions unique, because each instruction on your DCC is a different wavelength. So, you know, how they're put together in 8 bits is how the coder picks up that. So it's a lot lower than what you put into it. Okay. Now this was, I don't have one of these, but it's a Smale. It's a tortoise switch machine that has the decoder built into it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And somebody was trying to program it like they do a locomotive, and you can't do it that way. It's in an op switch inside the thing. So it's just like with the BXPA1, somebody was trying to say, you know, how to do it with the locomotive for the BXPA1, and same thing with the Smale. And there's op switches in just about every DCC component that you use, but you have to use the switch command to do that, and not to do it trying to do it with the CV. Okay. Bernard says, I did remember you cutting that connection on the motor shield board. 19 where you come up with, or your Nito power supply, not a computer power supply, huh? Let me see. Oh yeah, I got, when I was doing the demonstration, I think I was doing it on my bench power supply. Yeah. This thing right here. And this will give you DC up to 30 volts. And, but when I do my module, and hey, everybody, I remembered to turn the light on tonight. So the module cam, and I have to change that little lower third on there, the module project in the living room. I have to change the living room to the module room. I think I mentioned that Monday night that I got to rename the living room to the module room. But you didn't see this. I bought some Atlas Track 22-inch. I think I said that a couple of weeks ago. That's one of the things I bought. But I bought the Scene Master. I bought the what was it? The warehouses in the background, so I could put that up. I think I'm going to get another one. All right, Dave's Trains. How you doing? Who else? Did I miss anybody here? Okay, Dave's the only one that stopped in since I've been talking. Okay, so I'm just playing around here, talking about issues about DCC and Arduino. But yeah, the op switch, you got it went on a lot of things. You have to set op switches, and that's different than setting CDs. And you do that by whatever system you use. Hit the switch and then hit either a C or a T. I know with Digitrax it's either C or T, and to change the setting for that particular op switch. Not sure about NCE or the other stuff. I don't have any of that, so I can't be sure on that. But one of these days I might get an NCE just to try it out. One of these days, maybe, who knows? Okay, I got to see what's going on here with the music, because it sounded like it just stopped. I added some more music on here before I started streaming, and it's not on there. Huh. I wonder why. Well, I'll just start from the beginning. Let's see. All right. Here we go. All right, it started over again. I added about 5 more songs on it because I knew I was going to play it, but it for some reason it didn't show up on there. I got it over here on this one. Huh. No, it's not on there. Okay. I'll have to look into that. But anyway, that's that. Okay. I do get a lot of questions. That twice you must me, Tom. Okay. Where is Sparky? Yeah, where is Sparky? Well, he didn't know I was doing a stream tonight, so he's probably, what time is it? It's 9:30. He's probably sleeping already because it's bedtime for him. He got to go to work in the morning. Okay. I'm not even looking at the chat in here. Okay, you're just talking between yourselves. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay, ZD, whose Facebook page are you looking for? Or group page? I see that in there. Okay. Hey, Dave's Trains. I already said hi to you, didn't I? All right. I have to find. Hey, there's Sparky. How you doing? I just sneaking up on everybody tonight, huh? Yeah, I'm just talking about problems with DCC and Arduino, and I mentioned earlier that we're going to do the Arduino show on Thursday night, probably around 8 o'clock ish after Rodney does it. Hopefully he gets his show squared away. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of him and see if we can work things out to get him up and running. I know he had some issues today. Okay. Sparky been running trains? No? Okay, but anyway, I get a lot of questions. People that says they don't give me enough info. And when I ask them about, I ask, they'll say, I can't get this running in JMRI. And I ask them, okay, what kind of, or do you have an Arduino Uno or Mega? What kind of motor shield do you have? How much voltage do you have? And they never answer me back. So I guess they figured, I guess that solved their problem because they figured out that they had all the wrong stuff. But anyway, I get a lot of questions like that, and I never get a response back. Okay, I seen that he wasn't happy. He was a little bit frustrated when he cut it off. You're really thinking of not doing a live stream. I might be able to help him if he's using OBS. So I got to get a hold of him. And no running trains for me. All right, Possum Bayou, how you doing? I'm sneaking up on you tonight, huh? All right. So, what I wanted to do, this live stream is brought to you by show your support and become a member by smashing that join button. I like that song. Yeah, I turn it up too. But did you get that email that I sent you? You said you were looking for the NMRA gauge, and I had sent it to you through the messaging on Facebook. Sparky, I sent you two, but I noticed one of them didn't go through. After I checked it after a while, it didn't go through. And also, I would like to thank everybody for their super chats and super stickers on Monday. Here we go. YouTube won't let you go back that far. It should be able to let you go back all the way to the beginning. I could access mine all the way back to my very first video. So unless you deleted it or something. What is it? YouTube Studio. They are going way back. They're going if you're using a studio. If you're still using a classic, you might have problems finding it, but with the studio, I mean, it's easy. I mean, you could just click on the date and it'll take you all the way back to your very first one, and you could look back that way. Or you could even put NMRA in the filters and bring it up. Let's see. Okay, sorry about my shorthand. Tom, are you still going to talk about how you get more than 12 volts out of a computer power supply? How much can you get out of one? Okay, I think I mentioned it a little bit in one of my live streams, but I guess I got to do a video on it. I got a up buck converter for the computer power supply, and you could set in as much voltage as you want. And I don't have it right here, but if you come by next Monday, I'll show it to you. And I promise I'll do a video on it showing how to get more than 12 volts out of the computer power supply. It's not that hard. You just, hook the buck converter up to the 12 volts in the ground and on the input of the buck converter, and they have little screws on there. You get your little trusty screwdriver in there and adjust it, and you got to have a meter on the output to see what the voltage is, and you could adjust any voltage on it. Okay. All right. Yeah, ZD, I know. I asked you, let me see. He was on somebody else's live stream, and I asked you how she was doing. I hope she's feeling better now. Okay. Buck number one. Wonder how many people remember that saying from a show. Buck number one. I don't remember that. What show was that? Okay. Oh yeah, Sparky, I want you to verify who the winner is. I got the winner for the live stream. I'm not going to give you the one for the members, because you're a member. I can't let you look at that. You might do something with the results of that. I just pulled my cord out of here. Okay. It's not a very long cord for these earbuds. Okay. But I turned the music off over here. Let me turn the music back on so we could have something in the background here. Just a little. Let's ride this train. Okay. All right. Fat Albert. Okay. Okay. She is looking better now. Okay. All right. Good deal. Glad to hear that. All right. Hey. All right. Fat Albert. Okay. Oh yeah, I know you already gave him. Okay, but I made video instead of having to look at the thing. I made videos of just the area, and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you tomorrow. But I think I got the winner. There was a bunch of people that did 12. Hey Robert, how you doing? Glad you could stop by. We're just goofing around here tonight. I had a bunch of questions questions and answers I wanted to do here about Arduino and DCC, and I already went over it. So thanks for stopping in, Robert. I didn't announce it. I just, went on. Okay, send me the number again and I will go back Friday and look. Okay. All right. I'll whenever I could upload. I did a short video of the live chat, just that portion there, and I did a short video of the thing, and I'll send those videos to you. It probably will go because they're not that large. So that way you won't have to go through the whole live chat unless you want to. But I'll do that. I hear Fat Albert, the KC-130 comes to mind. Hey, hey, hey. That's the only thing I remember from Fat Albert. Did he say anything else? I was wondering what you were doing. I was wondering what I was doing too. I have no idea. Okay. Number in the box. Yeah, number in the box. Yeah, this one here. I'll send you that box there. Announcing on Monday night the winner of the drawing for, what is it, $150 Amazon gift card, and also for the members an Amazon gift card. See, memberships available now. If you're interested in, just click on that join button and you could have your name up there. You could get that little doohickey next to Sparky's name, or you could have your chats highlighted like Grandpa Rails, Craig, Rexon. Who else is in the chat here? It's a member. Otis was in here earlier. I think I haven't seen him in here for a while. Who else? Grandpa Rails still in here. Okay, Ken Amos, haven't seen you in here for a while. He was here in the beginning. Well, who else? Okay, but your things could look like that, and then I put extra content in there about, I had a couple of videos in there extra for the superintendent and the executive producer, Craig Rexon is the executive producer. I need to talk to you about some ideas, because that's one of the things that we talk about. Have ideas for future. Okay, Ken Amos. Okay, I seen you. Just got home. Okay. So, but anyway, memberships available. Hit that join button if you want extra perks. And those perks are becoming. And on this contest, there was a contest for the members and there was a contest for everybody else. So if you're a member, you might get an extra contest in there every once in a while when I have a contest. And when was it? Today's Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. Overnight, I hit the 15,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Thank you very much for everybody subscribing. Let me see. Well, this is kind of late, but that's what we had, and that's what I'm talking about. And the results will be in on Monday night. All right, so see you later, Vinny. Glad you could stop by. What time is it? It's 9:42. I'm gonna cut this off. If nobody has any questions here, I'm gonna shut this off. Okay, let me put this up here. I'm fighting tooth and nail to hit 4K. All right, you'll get there. You're coasting to it, but you'll get there. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Congrats, Tom and Debbie. That's cool. All right. Yeah, if you looked at my, what is that? Community page. I keep forgetting what the thing is called. The community page. If you've seen that, yesterday, me and Debbie was at the pool. It was a nice day yesterday, and she was exercising her knee. Doctor's orders to exercise her knee in the pool, and the doctor even told me to exercise my hip in the pool because it's getting bad. All right. Okay, Otis. All right. Now I see you. Yeah, I didn't see you say anything for a while, but Now I see you. Okay. All right. Okay. ZD. I'm not sure the number of the Norfolk Southern train that derailed, but that's okay. You don't have to know. You'll tell us what it is when you find out. Jean-Pierre Dumore. How you doing? Glad you could stop by. Okay. We're getting ready to wrap this up. Ain't that something when you come into a live stream and it's about to end? I hate that when that happens. When Sparky sometimes I forget about it because we normally eat at 7 o'clock, and then I said, oh my goodness, and I hit the end of Sparky's thing. That happens all the time. All right, Dave, see ya. I gotta make this thing official. Who sings the song Ride That Train? Let me see if I could pull it up here. Okay. I was trying to, and I said it's Rob something. It's Robson Carver. He does both songs, Pilgrim Trail and Ride This Train. And you can only get it on Epidemic Sound. And yeah, I have to set a timer. But yeah, Epidemic Sound. I got a link in the description down there. It's a paid subscription. I think it's $15 a month. You could sign up for a 30-day free trial and use whatever music you find during that 30 days. But you can't use it, if you decide not to continue with it, then you can't use it afterwards, because then you could get hit with the strike. But as long as you're paying on it, or as long as you only use it during that 30-day free trial, then you'll be fine on that. Let me see if I can pull up the deal on here so I could put it in the chat. All right. Where did I put it? Boom. Here we go. Let me stick this in a chat real quick. Okay, let me try to separate this. Oops. There we go. There's the link to Epidemic Sounds. That is a, what do you call it? When I'll get a little part of it if somebody does that. Let me turn this music back on because I think it stopped again. I got to add more music to this thing here. Let's start back with Pilgrim Trail. There we go. Okay, ZD, I'll see ya. Take care. All right, we're going to... oh, yeah, I said I was going to make it official, so let me pause that 1 second. All right, it's official now. We could wrap this thing up. Let me turn the music back on. And I want to thank you all for stopping by. I know there was no warning on this, but hey, what can I say? I surprised myself too. Okay, here we go. Let me. Pilgrim Trail, Pilgrim Trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. All right, looking forward to Monday. Okay, so we're gonna end this thing right here. Listen to the music. I'll put this on here. I'll see you Monday night. Thank you. Don't forget the drawing, the winners will be announced Monday night, 8 o'clock. And let's see, what's today? Don't forget to watch Vinny on Friday at 8 o'clock. And don't forget to watch the thing Saturday morning. Can't remember what it's called. Together on this Pilgrim Trail.
trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down a pilgrim trail.
Let's ride this trail, yeah.
Point of no return, baby, on the summer night. A shot of love and a spark of love to breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like a ground.
All right, good night, everybody. We'll see ya. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to hit that button right here. Bye-bye.